Hi guys, Bleach here. Welcome to my podcast. This is going to probably be about anywhere from 10 to 25 minutes, depending on how much I talk and run out of things to talk about. How I'm making this podcast is on my Windows Movie Maker and my voice recorder on my Windows 10 computer. Well, let's get started. Let me tell you what's been going on. The big 33-inch stamper, it stopped moving altogether, although it still moves while I'm like pushing it onto the ground while it's in gear. I almost ran into my fence when I was putting it in the backyard. How nice. But it it's leaking out grease, and the brake is all got grease on it for some reason. I'll have to look into that. Um the right bearing is leaking grease, or actually the left bearing by the chain case is leaking out grease, the differential case. And I don't really know how to fix that. I don't know if I want to get into fixing that. I don't know. It does. Oh, shit. This is about the third time I've been making this podcast. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this, so bear with me. Um, yeah, it doesn't want to move. It's all fucky. It's not being a good little snapper and cutting grass. Mind you, may thinking that might be the wrong transmission for it, because that transmission came off off a snapper that had thin tires. I thought I could put the fat tires on there and make it work. I'm thinking those tires might be too heavy for that transmission. That could be another factor too. I just don't know. So I just don't know. I might get a donor or just actually leave it somewhere and take the engine off of it and put that one in the back of the garage to be fixed someday. And like I got the other one back there and build that one. What I like to do. But that deck won't be compatible with that one. So I'll have to build myself a deck. What I'll have to do is cut the bolts off the one deck that's sitting outside and place it in one of the other ones. Although I do think I have a good deck with a good blade on there. I'll have to figure out how to take the blade off. I think you're supposed to take the blade off though, because they got like 3 bolts holding the blade on. You're supposed to have a wrench while you're taking off the with your impact gun. A friend of mine told me about that before. And the Stanford Comet was having problems with him just being a complete jerk or an asshole and or a bitch. I don't know. I don't know what to call these things. My fascination comes from when my uncle had one when I was young, and he had the '80s model and stuff. He'd mow with it and stuff, and do mowing jobs with it and stuff. And when I was trying to take a nap when I was little, he'd always wake me up with it, and I'd go outside and watch him mow and stuff, which is pretty cool. And I just lay in the grass and watch him mow, and he's like, "Mickey, what's wrong? I thought you passed out because it's hot out here." I'm like, "No, I'm just laying out here in the sun. It's nice. It feels good." He thought I was, because he used to get like heat exhaustion when he'd be out there mowing and stuff, and he thought I would have it too. Um, so let's get on to talking about the Stamper Comet. The Stamper Comet, I lost one of the set screws trying to fix it. The engine disc wasn't quite touching it correctly because I just put that engine on there. I remember Jim Jackson gave me a little tool to measure how far the engine disc should be on those stampers. I don't know if they're all the same or all different. I lost that tool. I bet when I clean up my workbench soon I'll find it again. It's in one of my coffee cans. So lost it. I got the set screw in there and then it fell out again, and I tipped the disc, the engine disc over to the side. It fell out. And then I lost 2 of them in the grass. I wound up losing 2 of them in the garage. I had a total of 3 extra set screws, and uh, man, I'm doing really good. I'm on a roll. I don't know. Let me think. I'm pausing for a minute. Now, I'm not sure if the engine disc that I got from Jim Jackson went on that one I sold to that guy, which has me worried. I believe the engine disc was already on that one I bought, and there's another engine in the back of the garage with another engine disc on it. I'm hoping that it has two set screws in it, and then I can build that one back in the garage, which I hope. The parts I got laying around. Because that was a good hill climber, and I like that old snapper. That was a Series 1 snapper, which is made better. The ones that can do the monster wheelies and stuff. Yeah, those are great snappers. That would be quite a big project for me, though, because I would have to build a deck. I'd have to pull the engine off the 33-inch snapper, and then I would. God, it's a lot of work. I don't know if I want to get into that much work. I have some stuff I gotta help my mother with this week. I may start it next week, maybe. I don't know. Just have to wait and see. Uh, could use my impact to take the engine bolts off. That would make it easier. I don't think my impact wrench would fit through there, so I have to use my socket wrench. Oh, that would be a possibility for me to do that. I know you guys would enjoy seeing that, getting that other stamper going. The transmission is so good in that one. The reason why I put it on the back burner is because I got caught up on trying to flip and sell one of the stampers, and I had that big 33-inch one, which I thought was going to be a good cutter, but it did turn out that way. Yeah, at least I have extra tires. It's about 11:36 at night as I'm recording this, and I'm just a little sleepy-eyed. I figure I'd talk with you guys. We'll probably work on Ray's rototiller tomorrow. Did I say I dropped the set screws in the garage? Yeah, I dropped this. I was working on the Stamper Comet, and I dropped the set screws in the garage, which are gonna run a magnet across the floor and hopefully find him. And I also found some broken glass on the floor from the window, which I'm looking to puncture the tire. Lucky it got embedded in the mud from me walking around. Look at it, sitting broken glass. I went in my ass and stuff. God, guys. But, yeah, 'cause I always sit on the floor in the garage and work on stuff. Yeah, but it happened when I put, those are some old windows in my garage, and I was working on a snowblower, limited space over stuff, and I, put the snowblower right through the window of the garage because I was trying to run a heater and keep warm. Yeah, it's been a long ride on YouTube, and, we did this together, guys. We made so many videos together. We watched so much of me working on these things over the years. We just hit 1,160 subscribers on YouTube, and I'm like, wow. And I was like dreaming. I had a fantastic dream. We got bigger and bigger on YouTube, and I didn't quite hit 10,000, but I hit 1,170, and I was dreaming and stuff. And I have dreams. I'm just on the snapper, just driving it around and cutting grass. I'm all happy and stuff. Then I fell asleep watching the Highlander and had just dreaming someone I got stabbed by the Highlander sword in the neck or something. I don't know. Then I woke up, my neck hurt. Like it really happened. It was weird. I think it was just the way I was positioned on the pillows. My body was trying to tell me I better get up and pee because my freaking neck's gonna hurt in the morning or something. I don't know. But obviously, I didn't die in my dream because I'm here now. I mean, I don't think you can die in a dream. Maybe you can. I don't know. I don't know if you can die in a dream. I mean, death dreams and stuff is kind of spooky. Um, yeah. I think I'll go like 5 minutes more. We'll see how this goes. I've been staying at home. I haven't really left much. I think I left last Monday or Monday 2 weeks ago, and my mother went out to get supplies today. I couldn't go with her because I had a therapy appointment with my therapist today. Is when I'm bipolar. I have to talk things over with the therapist and stuff sometimes about what goes on with me, just so I can stay healthy. And then I'm like, it went well, the video conference with my therapist today. Obviously, I can't go to mental health because it would jeopardize them and me in case Corona was floating around and stuff. It's gotten to be really weird, like we're just living in some science fiction movie or something. It's like I never thought this would happen. I always talked about multi-realities and Illuminati stuff or weird conspiracy theories or any kind of thing on my YouTube channel, for that matter, different dimensions and Stephen Hawking's thought about like the multiverse theory and stuff, and you know what I mean. It's like we're living in a movie, like it's not even real, and it's really happening. It's like a total shock. We watch the news every day, and more people are dying, and I think, or I don't want to badmouth our president too much, but I think he's got some sort of mental illness he's not being treated for. I mean, it's my honest opinion. I know mentally ill. I'm mentally ill myself, and I know my symptoms, and he's starting to have the symptoms of a basket case, like that Green Day song or something. You know what I wish I could do? I wish I could have that song played over like one of Donald Trump's speeches or something. I might mock that up for a YouTube video or something to be funny. But then he's like saying that we should like get sun on us for Corona or like inject ourselves and disinfect it or something, and people could have took it wrong, like for Lysol and stuff, but Lysol is disinfectant. The Lysol company came out and said people shouldn't do that stuff. It's not good. And then there's other jokes about doing comment lines or something like cocaine or something like they did in the Cheech and Chong movie. God, it's getting weird, and everybody's wearing masks and stuff. And at least our food and sources are still good. It hasn't gone to that bad. Although there's going to be less pork or something, and then they're talking about in the news like they're going to euthanize all these animals. They don't know what to do with them because there's no place for them or something. People are, I don't know if they're not buying the meat or what's going on, and it seems like there's two sides to every story, and there could be fake news, but I don't believe there was actually fake news. We had a fake president, and I don't know. Then he's talking about ventilators are a positive thing. I'm like, no, they're not. These people on the ventilators are dying, or they get taken off them and they don't die. But when has a ventilator ever been a positive thing? I just, I just find myself, I'm losing myself in la la land with these lawnmowers and living in a fantasy world on YouTube with you guys, like being a YouTube personality. I try to cheer you up with these lawnmower videos and stuff. You're probably sitting at home with your families, maybe watch them and stuff. And I'm sorry, my channel's not really for children. I know children love lawnmowers, and I feel bad as I took my channel to the gutter, which is sad, and just trying to get views and stuff. And I would do a separate channel for children, but it would just be too much. And I don't know. There's kids channels, plenty of kids channels with lawnmowers for children or preteens and teenagers are working on lawnmowers, so it should go there. And there's some really good role models on YouTube that are good for children, and yeah. What else should I say? But yeah, I'm staying at home because I don't want to get sick, and just kind of waiting out for a vaccine, guys. They're talking about heartburn medicine, like large doses of a chemical in heartburn, some heart medicine like Pepsodent will help, but then they said not to go buy it off the shelf because that would only be a small dose. They'd have to like give you a large dose, like an IV drip or something, for the chemical that's in the heartburn medicine. They're trying everything to get this corona gone. They're grasping at straws right now. It's sad. My throat's getting sore from talking, guys. I'm not used to talking this much. I think we had a good podcast so far. Um, I don't know, but I don't know how to do live podcasts yet. It's just easier for me to do a podcast I can edit in case I say something or do something that I regret saying, like on my lives. And this was a totally one shot. This is like my third shot at doing this, and I think it came out well. But yeah, we're gonna stop it on 17 minutes, and I hope you guys like this podcast. It was my very first, and don't worry, I'm okay. I'm staying at home safe. I'm gonna hang out in the garage. I'm gonna build me another stamper. I love you guys. And stay home, stay safe. Wash your hands. Wash your ass. And after wiping your ass, don't touch your face or your balls. I'm just kidding. I don't should end with that, but really immature on my part. But I love you guys. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll get something more going. I love you guys. Peace.